Good. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to How to Leverage Your Impact Book and or How to Leverage Your Book in general. This is going to be a very informal webinar. If anyone has any questions in between what I'm saying, put up your hand either this way or with the little raise your hand thing. Totally open to taking questions, but there will be a time at the end for taking questions as well. So I'm going to get right into it because I don't want to have a bunch of fat. I just want a bunch of things that you could do to leverage your book so that you don't have to listen to me rant or tell stories about something. I'm just going to go right to, I think I have 12 things that'll help you leverage the book. So I'm going to get just the meat, Diane, just the meat. So I am going to share my screen. I'm going to share my keynote. And if let's see, Luann, can you see the screen? Is there a PowerPoint up there? Okay, cool. All right.
Is.
Sounds good. All right, so how to leverage your impact book. So what this book is, we have 43 authors in the book. Some of them are very well known in their industries. They're rock stars in their industries. They're in the film world. They're in the sports world. They're in the business world. They're in the entertainment world. They're in whatever. And they're in the book and they're sharing their amazing stories. And we, as not so famous as they are, get to be in a book with them. So this book is not only a book, it's an event, as we all know, September 18th and 19th. And most of the authors that are the well-known authors are coming to share their stories at that event as well. But most importantly, and this is the exciting thing, this is a community, a movement that Natasha and I are very passionate about, and we're going to make a documentary that everyone that was in the book has the opportunity to be in if they want to be in it. But we're really taking the documentary piece of it very seriously. And Natasha and I know a lot of people in the entertainment industry. In fact, Demand Piece, my other company that I'm working with, John Reese, is shooting the trailer for their documentary this weekend. So their person is a very well-known documentarian, if that's a word, documentarian, whatever that person is, that's really good.
It's not only a word, it is the correct word.
Bam! Mic drop. So we are taking that very seriously, the documentary, and that's why I was trying to get as many people to be in this book as possible because this is not going to just stop with the book. It's going to be a lot of other things, and it's going to continue on impacting the world. So here are the 12 things that I feel. Wait, what's going on? Wait. Oh, there we. Whoa, no. There we go. Nope, that's not it. What is happening? Oh, maybe it's this button. There we go. Nope, that's not it. What is going on? Do I have to do that? Wait a minute. It's not working. What? Well, I'm glad this is let's get just to the meat part. What the heck? Let me stop the share for a second and do it a different way. I'm going to share, and I'm just going to share the screen, and we'll see if that works.
Are you trying it as a slideshow, Craig?
There we go. Yes. Now, can you guys see the screen now?
Yes.
How to leverage your book. All right. So number one is position yourself as a published author. Now, this sounds very basic, but I'm surprised at how many people don't share to the world that they are a published author. Now, many of the people in this book have written books before, but if you have not, you are still a published author, even though it's a compilation book, and you still get credit as a #1 Amazon best-selling author when this goes to #1, even though you're just in a compilation book. So if you are not already, you need to go to websites and bios and press kits everywhere and put published author in the bio. So Like I always put keynote speaker, Amazon best-selling author, but you don't have to even put that. You just put published author everywhere as part of your title, as part of everything you do. But we'll talk about more about press kits and websites later. But this is a very basic, simple thing that most people just don't do. They don't leverage the fact that they're a published author. So many times when we do my mastermind meetings and I do webinars, we assume everybody else knows our world of writing books and putting on events and doing online whatever. But 99.9% of the people in this world have no idea how to publish a book, how to write a book, want to write a book. Well, everyone wants to. They just think authors do that. They don't understand that anyone could just do this if they just knew what to do. So by putting published author, you'll stand out from 99% of the people in the world that have no idea. We are so used to, we are desensitized that everyone assumes because I'm online, I'm a published author, so we don't share it. But we have to tell everyone that you are a published author. Number two, leverage the power of association. So this is the fact that you're in the book with some famous people, Glenn Morshower being one of them. You co-authored a book with Glenn Morshower. You co-authored a book with Scott McKain, a Hall of Fame speaker. You co-authored a book with RockStar Blasco. You co-authored a book with RockStar Matt Sorum. You co-authored, you get the idea. You got to use that you are a co-author with these people on certain things. Like if you're writing a post about I don't know, being in the say you get cast in a movie was some weird thing that you're doing, you're appearing as an extra in a movie that you could write that I co-authored a book with TV star and film star Glenn Morshower. You get the idea. You got to use that. You're allowed to use that. So many people are afraid to talk about themselves that we tend to go, well, I don't want to, I'm just this person, and yeah, I co-authored a book with that person, but I don't know, are they going to yell at me for saying I'm a co-author with them? No, they won't. You are a co-author with them. They have agreed to be in this book with everybody. So use it. It's not a bad thing to do. It's okay to use that. Number three, media and PR opportunities. And this is where I'm going to actually help everybody with this, but you all got to do it on your own as well. You got to do some things on your own. So tell everybody out there, there's needaguest.com. There's so many places. Just Google, how do I get on a podcast? How do I, how do I become a guest on a podcast? What are some podcasts that need guests? They're all over the place. But tell everyone on your website, big letters, Charla J. Frost is available as a guest on your podcast. Big letters somewhere on your website, on your media page, that you are available to do interviews on a podcast because you co-wrote a book called Impact. And just tell everybody that you're available. And it sounds weird to for me to tell you to tell everyone that you're available, but no one does it. Like it sounds like a basic thing. Yeah, tell everyone you're available, but no one puts it anywhere. They just assume everyone knows I'm available. No, you got to tell them. Remember, we're all idiots. People are idiots. You have to tell them what you want them to do. Tell them that you're available for podcasts. Another one, we talked about this, Larry Broughton and I, that everyone needs an EPK, electronic press kit. That's a whole other world of what this is, but that's how you get into the media. You have an electronic press kit, which basically says you're available for podcasts, you're available for interviews, all that stuff. You put some really cool things about you, but put a picture of this book, co-author of the book Impact. And you put a picture of the front cover of the book and the back cover, and you just tell everyone that you're in this book, in your EPK. Another one, you are now available to write articles for magazines. Again, go look at your favorite magazine, and in the front of the magazine, it always has like the editor of that magazine or the production company of that magazine and contact them. I am the co-author of this book, Impact, that will be a documentary in 2026. I would love to write an article about my chapter in the book for your magazine. Just ask people. And what it does is it also puts you on the map that you're available for magazines as well, just by putting the things out there. Someone have a question? Nope. Okay. You should use, and I've talked about this mastermind calls. Everybody needs to now sign up for einpresswire.com and write a press release that you are a featured author or a contributing author in the new book Impact. And just tell a little bit about the book, tell them a little bit about your chapter. But everybody should put a press release out to EIN Presswire that you are in this book. But even better is I will be sending a press release out for all the authors in this book. As 43 authors, that means I'm writing 43 press releases on my dime. I'm paying for all the press releases because that's part of the thing that I said. I want you to be in the book. I will send out a press release, and it's going to be a template plus press release with 1 or 2 paragraphs about you being in the book, you specifically. So the headline will read like Randy Powell is featured in Craig Duswalt and Natasha Duswalt's new Impact book, something like that. And we'll talk about the book, talk about all the 43 authors, but then you'll have an opportunity to do 2 paragraphs that I will send out to EIN Presswire for you. That right there is worth your investment in this book because no one else does that. No one else does that. They don't send out all these press releases for the authors, but I'm doing it because it's a win-win because I need to tell the world who the authors were in this book because I'm setting up the documentary that these people are going to be in the documentary. So I'm positioning you all as experts in your field so it looks like I got all these really cool people to be in the documentary. So it's a win-win. Next one, creating signature talks from your chapter. So a lot of people on here are already speakers, but if you're not, your impact chapter, and I've read them all, is a great starting point for a signature talk. Use your chapter as the foundation of a signature talk. So if you've always had trouble coming up, what's my signature talk? What do I do that can impact others? And then you wrote a chapter for an impact book. Well, that got you thinking like, yeah, what do I do? How do I impact the world? Well, you did the work. Now use that as something that you could create a signature talk, at least the foundation of a signature talk, if you don't already have one. Even if you do have one, you can easily incorporate your chapter into another signature talk or incorporate it into your existing signature talk. You can also use your chapter as the foundation of a webinar, a workshop, or training, like corporate training. So, as the co-author of the book Impact, I am doing a webinar. I'm talking for you guys. I'm going to be doing a webinar on my chapter because, and it's called this, whatever your chapter is about. The webinar is about this, and you're going to explain A, why you wrote that chapter in the Impact book, and then B, your 4, 6, 8 principles that you live by, that you that relate to your chapter in the book. So you could do webinars, you could do workshops, you could do corporate trainings on what you wrote in that specific chapter in the book. Again, use it for everything that you do. Number 5, social media authority building. We all love social media. I hate it, but anyway, we have to do it. We have to use social media. And this is a perfect opportunity for posts that you can do. So you could break your book into quotes and teaching nuggets like you already have. It's a 750 word chapter. So in there, you could just grab a line, your favorite quote, if you use some quotes, a teaching nugget from different paragraphs. For example, Jimmy and Luann Owens. Jimmy's a heart transplant survivor. Luann is the caregiver for that. They have the swim philosophy, SWIM. So you could do one quote for the swim. The next one is the W and just leave people hanging. What's the swim? Well, S is this. The next day you do the M on what that is. It's basically taking your pieces of your book and creating quotes and teaching nuggets, which will be like social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and others. I'm going to stop right now before number 6. Does anyone have any questions? Because I'm kind of going fast because I want to make sure I get all the meat in there first so that when people watch this, they don't have to listen to story upon story upon story. I could get that at the end. Anyone have any questions? Good. Moving on. Oh, wait, Janie?
Yes, yes, sir. Would you suggest we do a press release before or after your press release?
Yes.
Thank you.
Before and after. Look, if you want to get you can buy one press release on ESPN EIN Presswire. I'm going to make up a number. I think it's $149. But you can buy 5 and they're only like $99 or $79 each. So let's just assume you buy 5. Definitely use 2 of them. One for before the book comes out, one after the book comes out, one even after the book comes out. That's the whole idea of this thing. And most people, when we write these compilation books, the book is done. I release it at my event, and then it just kind of goes away. And part of that's my fault. I don't, keep harping on the book. I do a little, but no one else does because I don't see it anywhere. All the authors in the past, not all, most of the authors in the past just let the book come out and they kind of just let it go. They don't use the book for anything. So I started saying, if we're going to make an impact, we really got to continue this journey of impact. That's why the documentary coming out in 2026, that's going to be a full year of me talking about this impact book. So to answer your question, yes, before and after. So picture this: before, I'm going to be in this book. After, I was just featured in this book. After again, oh my God, we're getting ready for the documentary. I am shooting my interview for the documentary next week. I'm so excited. That's another press release. Documentary date, world premiere of the Impact documentary is coming out this date. I'm one of the stars of this documentary. That's another one. And then a week before the documentary comes out, next week is the documentary. I hope you could all be there because we're going to have a world premiere somewhere in Los Angeles for this documentary. Invite people to that. There's 5 press releases right there. 5. And what it does is associates you with all the cool people in the book 5 more times besides the 43 that I'm putting out, besides the others that I'm putting out to announce their documentary. When we get the documentarian, the person shooting the documentary, which I have like 4 already to choose from, and I haven't even consulted with my bestest friend in the world, Glenn Morshower, on this. We haven't even talked about this yet, but he knows everyone in the entertainment, film, TV world, and I'm going to get his opinion before I make a final decision of who's doing all this as well. So there's so many things that are going to happen with this book, and that's just pieces of it. Diane has her hand up.
You're listing all of our names in the description on Amazon so that we can get it.
Yep, on
Right.
Amazon. For the first time ever, all the 43 authors will be listed as co-authors of this book. Yes.
And that's fantastic because it'll let us move it easily to our own author page.
That's right. Yeah.
But the other question is, are we going to be able to order additional author copies at the author price? I know we're
No.
getting the ones from you. Okay.
No. Yes is the answer, but not at the author price. Oh, you'll get a discount. I apologize. No one, if you want to, I will do. Some people asked me and I gave them opportunities, but they all turned me down when I gave the discount price. But anyway, I gave some people who asked an opportunity to buy more at $8 a book or whatever it was. And they all said, nope, don't want that. And I was like, okay. So it'll be more than $8 now, but it won't be $19.95. So you won't have to pay $20, which is the price of the book. You're going to pay way less than that, but it won't be 8 anymore. So it'll be.
And then I'm bringing an empty suitcase because we are picking them up in California, right?
I gave people the option for me to send it to them or pick them up, and whatever you said at the time is what's
I
happening.
said pick them up.
There
Yeah.
you go. Then
Thank
you're
you.
picking yours up. Yeah. Gail. Gail Barbie. Gail Barbie.
Yes, I forgot to unmute, sorry. Um, so if everybody's doing these press releases, I would think after a while it was like, what is this impact book? Everybody's doing press releases on this book.
Yes.
It will
Yes.
draw a lot of attention to it.
Yes. That's the idea. Yeah, the whole idea of doing that, I'm doing 43 on my own. And imagine if all you 43 authors did even two, one before and one after, and maybe even talk about the documentary, which you should. Think
Right.
about how many press releases that are going out. Each press release goes out to between 10,000 and 40,000 websites.
Right.
So imagine, do the math on that. What if someone's going to go, all right, what the hell's going on with this impact thing? What is this?
Yeah.
You know what's going on? And the media will grab it because I'm going to be doing in my own EPK of the impact situation because of the book, the event, and the documentary. So
Right.
that's why
Sounds
I was trying to convince people you really want to be part of this. So good for you guys for being a part of it.
Sounds like you're going to make an impact.
That's the idea.
Did you buy a lot of extra books?
For me, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Because after I told you I didn't want to, I decided I wanted to, and I'm like,
Well, now it's going to cost a little bit more because I was doing it on the first run. So,
right.
yeah, because I ordered like thousands of books. So it's way less money per book when you
Sure.
thousands. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm,
'cause I figured
look, I'm
I-
going to try to get, look, when I do the second run, if
Huh?
everyone says, yes, I want, 25 or 50 more books, that's going to be a decent run again. So we might be able to get a really good price again. So
Right.
depending
Yeah.
on how many people want more books.
Well, I was thinking I probably would want books while I'm there, and I'm having you ship them. It's like,
Well, they're already earmarked for shift, so we cannot change that.
right. Oh, yeah, I know.
But I'm going to have books there as well.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about giving the VIPs in the at the event a book in their swag bag as well,
Got it.
depending on how many people I have coming. So,
Sure. Okay. Thank
but
you.
there'll be books at the event that we could we're taking a picture of everybody that's in the book at the event, so there'll be everyone
Right.
holding a book, all that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, number 6. I'm moving on. Number 6, networking and collaboration with fellow authors. This is the David Bowie and Bing Crosby thing that I used to talk about. Joint venturing and partnering with other people in the book. Even if you don't think they're in your world or your genre, that's totally okay. So cross promote with other authors. It expands your audience reach. So if two of you get together and say, "Hey, let's do a webinar on something that we both do that align with each other," and you just happen to be co-authors of the impact book, that just gives you, because of all the stuff that's going to be going on in the next year, more credibility, right? For the being in this impact book, and you're part of the documentary and all that stuff. But cross promote, think of how you could work with one of the other 43 authors in the book to do a webinar, to do an event together, or a Zoom event together. You don't even have to do it live in person, but just think about how you can cross promote with the other authors in the book. And like I said, look, I'm also, you guys don't even know this yet, but I'm going to be doing another seminar, not a seminar, another webinar when the book comes out, like that first, well, not the week after my event, because I'll be fried since it's 5 days, this thing now. I know the event's only 2 days, but I'm doing other stuff. Is I'm doing a webinar with anyone that wants to participate of the 43 authors, where you each share like a minute or two about what you wrote in the book. So that's another one that I'm sending out to my entire database. Like I said, I have so many things on the docket just to promote this impact thing, and you'll all be involved in it. So I'm cross promoting with all of you as well if you want to be on this webinar that I'll be doing sometime probably early October.
Hey, Craig,
Yes,
forgive
sir.
me, but
Yes.
I have a 2:30 meeting with the director and I have got to go. I didn't realize it was this close to 2:30.
It's
So
all
I
good.
love you, buddy, but I've got to go like right
I
now.
love you too. And thank you for inviting me the other night on your acting class. Again, just fascinating what you do with these actors. You've cracked the code of how to use online to help actors become great film actors. So good for you, man. Love you, bud.
Front door.
All right, next one. Number 7, building a business funnel from the book. So we all talk about funnels all the time, all the funnels that you need to do in Kartra or Go High Level or a similar program like that. But building a business funnel from the book. This book, I'm just going to say this. This, like, I talk about this all the time. Like, none of us are getting rich selling a $20 book. We're not Oprah selling 1 million copies. Nobody is going to get rich, including me, selling this book. But this book, it will be over the next year your best opportunity for lead generation. Your best opportunity. And this is why Gina's thing that she's doing right now for $4.97 to be on her how to use Kartra and build funnels. Man, if you're not already on something and you're teetering, like you don't have a Kartra or a Go High Level or Kajabi or ClickFunnels, if you don't have something like that and you're not jumping on this opportunity, especially when this impact thing is coming out, missed opportunity. That's all I'm going to say. You have an opportunity now, whether it's with Gina, whether it's with John or Tim or whoever runs Kartra or Go High Level, those people as well, with this Paul Fink and James Barber, they're Go High Level people. If you're not doing something like that now, before the event, before the book comes out and launches, and definitely before the documentary, you're losing an opportunity to generate leads. A huge opportunity. You already
Greg,
you already paid for it because you're in the book. So there's no more cost to this in my impact world. You're on the documentary for free. You're in my mastermind. If you're in my mastermind, there's some people that are not in my mastermind that are in the impact book. But if you're in my mastermind, you get to come to the event for free as well. Randy, did you have a question?
no, I'm in the car.
Oh, sounds good, bud.
You can
So
make a comment real quick on Gina.
yeah,
Her first night of teaching us was highly impactful, educational, informational, and workable. So, just a plug for her. Good grief, that was
yeah,
just
no,
day
I know
one.
Janie mentioned that last night on our mastermind call as well. So again, and the beauty of the Gina course that she's doing for 497, it's like going to take like 10 weeks instead of 6 because of gap weeks. That means because she said this, she's available to answer any of your questions while you're learning Kartra to if you need some help with something, setting up funnel, she'll walk you through it right there. So you have 10 weeks of a personal one-on-one coach to help you through all the problems. And trust me, if you do the work, in 10 weeks, you'll be a Kartra expert. You got to trust me on this. I'm pretty much an expert right now, and I'm self-taught. And I just know Kartra like the back of my hand now. It's so easy and it's not that expensive. We just were on a call last night. There's an introductory price of $59 a month. And I'm going to say something really bad and whatever, but if you can't afford $59 a month, then whatever you're doing right now, get out. Get out and do something else. Go get a job. Because at $59 a month, that's an opportunity to learn Kartra, be good at it, and use it to generate leads for your involvement in the impact book, which, like Gail just said, is going out to tens of thousands of people over the next year, and probably over 100,000, way over 100,000. What am I talking about? One press release could go out to 40,000. So I'm sending 43 out. And if you guys each sent two out, that's another 86. That's 129. And then I'm going to be sending out so many more during the documentary stuff. You know, it's a lot of people are going to see this. Anyway, beat a dead horse. Sorry. 8, monetizing without book sales. Kind of touched on this a minute ago. None of us are going to get rich selling $20 books. None of us. But you could easily, because you are in this book and you're going to be in the documentary, and I'm positioning you as an expert on how to have an impact in this world. Now is an opportunity for you to set up a coaching program, get keynote speaking gigs, or just put on your own events. Now is the opportunity, because you're being positioned as an expert in some really cool thing. And now is the time that you can build a coaching program, keynote speaking gigs around this one chapter that you wrote in the book. You're in my mastermind. And during our Monday and Tuesday calls, if you're not in Accelerator, you can ask me any question. How do I set this up on Mondays and Tuesdays? If you're in Accelerator, call me. You get to talk to me one-on-one, and I'll help you put this together. That's what I do. That's what I want to help you with. Remember, the better you guys do, the better it makes me look, right? So let's just assume I'm selfish and I could care less about you, which is so far from the truth. But let's just assume that's why I do this. Then take advantage of that. Take advantage of me wanting to help you, because I need you to be successful, because it makes me look good. That is so not me. That is so not me, and I think 99.9% of you understand that. But if the 0.01% thinks that's why I'm doing this, then knock yourself out and just do it for that reason. But you know, I want you to be successful because I want you to be successful. I honestly do. I'm here to help 100%. And like I said, this impact book, your investment in this book is way cheaper than any other compilation book that I have ever seen, especially getting a documentary on top of it. Come on, never happened. That's why I was trying to convince everyone in my mastermind to do this. Number 9, using the book for speaking engagements. All right, so corporations love book authors. I'll leave this up just in case someone's writing. They love book authors. So again, using the book as the impact. Oh my God, as the not the
catalyst.
As the what?
Catalyst.
Callus?
Catalyst to
oh, catalyst. That's the word. I thought you meant the thing on the bottom of my foot. As the catalyst for keynote speaking engagements. Thank you, Jimmy. That's the word. And that's what this is. Like, now you could call your signature talk for a corporation something with the word impact. It's kind of funny. Janie pointed this out because she helps me proof the book, that I think she said it was 20 people out of the 43 authors used the word ripple effect in the book. Ripple effect. When I was putting together, I'm going to jump up for a second. This keynote, I used ChatGPT, again, to give me ideas. I already know how to leverage the book, but just in case I forget something, I'm 63, I'm going to use ChatGPT to make sure I hit every point that I want to hit. And ripple effect, because it is in the impact book, and because I've used things from the impact book in my ChatGPT prompts, look what it put for number 11. Number 11. ChatGPT spit out as one of the points the ripple effect of impact.
Yeah.
Because it saw that ripple effect was being used a lot. Isn't that weird? It knows this. And this is why I know that was just an internal thing. When we get this going, the ripple effect of this book is going to be astronomical. So anyway, back to number 9. Corporations love book authors. So now your keynote thing, you got to tell them, I'm a published author in a book that's going to be a documentary. And you put that on your one sheet. So you add I don't have my picture of the impact book yet on my one sheet, but here's my one sheet. This is my old one, actually. Wow, that's my old one. I grabbed an old one by mistake. Anyway, sorry. But this is my old one sheet. And somewhere on there, probably on the back, is going to be co-author of the book Impact with a big picture of it or a small picture of it. But use that. And then corporations love book authors, love book authors. Number 10, creating evergreen content and legacy. I'm sure you all know what evergreen is, but just in case you don't, evergreen is where you create something once and you could use it over and over and over again. So we don't like put dates in there, even though there will be dates in some of the things with the launch of the book and the documentary launch and the world premiere and all that stuff. But creating evergreen content and legacy. Basically, repurpose chapters that you wrote, your chapter, or pieces of your chapter for newsletters, videos, future solo books, etc. Blogs, if you still do blogs, a podcast title, or a podcast episode, one episode, like an episode on impact, or an episode. If you have a podcast, then you should be doing an episode of this, your chapter in the book. That's one episode. And then ask me and or Natasha to be on your podcast talking about the book Impact and your involvement in the book Impact. Newsletters, put out a newsletter. Talk, if you do, a lot of you do. Janie Becker, I see hers. Many people on here have newsletters. Put a whole newsletter, or at least a piece of it, or at least a page of it, your involvement in this book and your chapter and why you wrote it, why you picked that topic to be in your chapter for newsletters. Do videos, short videos on your chapter. Short video. I'm going to be in this thing. It's this book. It's releasing September 19th at Craig Duswalt's RockStar Impact 2025 event. If you would like a ticket for this event, please go here. I would really appreciate that. And then they get to see you on stage holding a book. And then the perception is this is what people think when they go to these events and they see anybody that is on stage. Because I used to think it, but we've all been desensitized because we go to so many events. But when people that don't go to events a lot see people on stage, the first thing that goes through their mind is, wow, they must be somebody, and what did they do to get on that stage? That's the attitude of the people that don't know our world. And all of a sudden, you're different. Must be something. So they'll want to talk to you in the hallway. They'll want to go to your table if you have a booth. You must be doing something right for you to be on a stage. No, even if there's 10 people in the audience, doesn't matter. How has that person gotten to talk and I didn't? What did they do differently? And we have all been desensitized to that because we've been to so many seminars. But when people haven't been to seminars and they see you on stage, you are different. What did you do to get there? And they want to know. And number 11, like I just said, the ripple effect of impact. It's obvious what this is. I think I've said it 100 times already. I'm not letting this one go. This one will go on and on and on for at least a year, probably a year and a half, because after the documentary is done and we're thinking fall to 2026 for when the premiere is going to be, it'll probably be like the night before my September event of 2026. That's the idea, at least. I might have it at the venue, or I might rent out a theater somewhere in maybe Hollywood or wherever I'm doing the event, all subject to whatever availability and whatever I decide to do. But it's going to be an event. So it's at least a year. But then, are you kidding me? If I'm doing a documentary that's launching in September 2026, I am putting it, and I mean submitting it, applying to every film festival in the world that will be at the end of 2026 and into 2027. So this thing is going to go on for 2 years. And that's why, again, I was trying to convince everybody in the mastermind, you got to be in this book. And good for you again for taking advantage of this. Remember, tell people that this is also an event and most importantly, a documentary. Start talking about I'm going to be featured in a documentary coming out in fall of 2026. Tell people because they're like, what did you do to get in a documentary? Well, let me tell you about it and do a podcast on it. And you don't even have to know exactly what the documentary is yet. You're just going to be in a documentary called Impact. And it has something to do with the book that I just did with Craig and Natasha Duswalt called Impact, and Glenn Morshower, and Scott McCain, and Nick Lowry, and Matt Sorum, and Blaska. You know what I mean? Get it? Get it? Get it? Use it. And number 12, call out your chapter. This is a little thing that I just added at the end. Put a sticker on your book, on your books, your 25 books that you're getting, and say, my story is, or Gail Barbie's story is featured on page, whatever page it is. Stickers are so inexpensive. And print about 100 of them and consider buying 75 more books when I do a second run if you feel that this is going to be worth it, which it will be, and then either hand them out, sell them, do whatever you want to do with them. Like I'll have enough books that whenever I speak somewhere, we have enough books, unfortunately, because they have to store in my garage, which I hate. But anyway, I'm going to use these books when I do guest speaking. I might sell them. I might give them away. But the idea is just to get this book in as many hands as possible. So I have a bunch of books coming for myself that I bought because I knew what this was going to be. And that's it. And now we'll do some Q&A. Any other questions that people have? What time is it? Oh, 42 minutes. That's not bad.
No.
Anyone else? Questions?
No questions?
No questions?
Wait a second.
Wait, maybe a question.
I have a question, Craig, while they're looking for a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the interview that we are doing, which I can't believe I'm saying next week in Dallas,
I know.
is that separate from the one you're talking about for the documentary, or is that the one for the documentary?
Both. If I feel that during this interview is great stuff, I might grab it. You know what I mean? But no, that is not the end all interview. No. This is
Okay.
just an extra thing because this is all I do. I give.
It's value added. I get it.
And I
Thank
give.
you.
So use this maybe as a test run. And if it's not up to your whatever, or I think like we could do better, no matter what you are shooting, this is not the impact. I think that's what you're asking. This is not the video, the interview that will go in the movie. However, I used, it's up to my discretion if I want to grab something from it because I think it was really good, because I love that studio and it looks good. But it's not the end all. You will be doing another one at my event, at a mastermind meeting somewhere else that will set up like a professional situation.
And will we get that one that we can use to promote the
Yep.
book and cut clips out of? Okay,
Yep.
thank
So
you.
Jeff Crilly's studio will film this, and then they're going to send me the your interview, and then I will send it to you, and then you can use it everywhere. Yeah. Yep. That's what's happening. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think I got my hand up. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So, besides the 2 interviews in Dallas, you just now said we're going to do a 3rd interview somewhere about the Impact book,
Yep.
which is fantastic. My next question is, do we have a separate link that we're supposed to share of where you're going to buy this book on Amazon, or is that
Not yet. No.
your link?
No, it's not. It's not set up yet. We're launching the book September 19th, so I think Ken Rashawn will put it up on Amazon somewhere around, I don't know. I don't even know how they do it, but somewhere around maybe the 15th or 16th of September. So there's no link yet, to answer your question.
Okay, I'm sorry that was a little bit late, Craig, but on the EIN press wire, because I'm doing my book and your book now,
Yep.
about the impact book,
Yep.
I'm gonna have to send you what I'm gonna write because do we talk about the documentary, talk about everything in the EIN press wire?
Yes is the answer. So you would send out, if I were you, I would send out an EIN press wire about your book. That's one. That's one
Yeah.
press release. I would send a second documentary. I would send a second press release out to EIN Presswire announcing the launch of the book September 19th and that you are in the book. On top of that, I'm sending a press release out that announces that you are one of the authors in my book.
So we don't mention the documentary in the press release.
You absolutely can, 100%. I'm just saying, the crux of it is for the first one announced. You should announce the launch of the book September 19th, and I am one of the authors in this book. In the press release, that's in the headline, right?
Right.
The press release should definitely mention the exciting part of this is that it's going to be a documentary being released in fall 2026. Can't wait to be part of this documentary. In the copy of the press release, absolutely, spoon feed the documentary in your press releases now. Look, even in your book press release for your book, you could even mention I just co-wrote a book as well called Impact, and that book is released in September 19th, and there'll be a documentary tied to that if you want. You could. There's no rule. There's no rules here. Mention book, documentary as much as you want, anywhere you want, because both of them are happening.
Okay, great. Thank you, buddy.
You got it, man. Anybody else?
So are we doing a interview at the event?
Not necessarily this one.
Okay.
But yeah, not necessarily this one, but I'm not ruling it out. So everyone's got to be a little flexible with me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know when you're going to do your thing yet. If
Okay.
something happens, okay. So Gail, perfect example. You're on the front cover of the book. So you get 5 minutes on my impact stage to
Right.
talk about, on my impact stage to talk about your involvement in the book or just talk about your story that was in the impact book.
Right.
I'm filming that. And if I deem there's really a great moment in there, I'm going to cut and paste it and put it in the documentary. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So, but if you get up there and nothing works and the lighting was bad and you fumble some of your lines and it's not usable, no, we're going to do it again.
Right.
But I'm allowed to use anything that I think is really good that paints you in a great picture.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then there would be an interview on top of that.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
So, the whole event, you can cut
over
and
the
paste.
next year, this is going to happen. Over the next year, I might say, and I don't know, but everyone that's in the impact book, I'm doing 2 days at my house in the dot, interviewing people for the impact book. Who wants to come? And you might say, all right, I'll spend 2 days at the Duswalt dot, and maybe some of that footage will be used. Maybe it's at a future event that I'll interview you backstage. Maybe it's at a mastermind meeting that I'll interview you. It's just going to be wide open.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab footage wherever I can of people whenever they're ready. But don't leave it till August 2026. So there's going to be lots of opportunities over the year to do your interview or just to get footage on you. You know what I mean? And, I might, here's another thing. You're doing the Hope for Empty Nesters thing. If you do, God willing, when you do another event between now and next June 2026, I'm going to ask you, hey, have someone film a little footage from the event, and I might grab footage from that.
Sure.
Stuff like that. I'm going to ask people if you're doing an event somewhere. Let me have someone film it. Make it look as good as possible. Remember, documentaries, there's grainy footage because old documentaries. So it's really cool to have different cameras, different locations, different quality of stuff,
Sure.
you know? So that's going to be the beauty of the documentary. There might be footage of someone that does something really, and I'm making this up. Someone does something really cool in the middle of the street. They help somebody that has fallen down, and someone has a video of it. I'm using a very generic
Sure.
situation, but if I see that and I say, wow, that would be a really cool thing, but it's grainy, but it still shows something really, really cool, I'm going to use that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Janie.
Some of the newsreel cuts are really effective with an overlay of text. So I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Overlay of text as well. There is everything is on this table for a documentary. What I don't want it to be, and 100% won't be, is interview Gail. Then we interview Janie. Then we interview Winnie. Then we interview Luann. Then we interview Diane. You know what I mean? That's not what this is going to be. It's not going to be just a bunch of interviews of people in the same place all the time. Kill me now. Just no, it's not going to be that. We're going to try to make it as exciting as possible. I might even say to anybody in the book, are you doing anything? I'll throw out this too. In the LA area, or even if it's really huge, if you're doing something really special, but it's got to be like I'm speaking at a festival with 80,000 people. I would consider flying out to whatever that is and filming that as well. So, okay, another one, Jimmy Owens. Let's take him. There's 99.9% chance that I'll be filming his impact interview at the Paseo Club pool in Valencia. He's a swim coach there with his team in the background. And maybe some of his team members we might interview as well about him.
You're not going to believe this. I just had that question today if I could get you to come out to Paseo Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. The swimmers.
Yeah.
Can you get your coach to come out? And I said, I don't think so. I don't think we'll come
Oh,
here.
of course I would. I lived there. That's my old club. So I would go just to have fun. But yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Winnie and her daughter Lauren are doing balloon stuff. If there's a big thing that now she's doing stuff at my event, so I'm probably going to film that as well. But if she's doing things somewhere in Riverside County, where specifically where they live, I would definitely drive out to that and film something that's really big and cool. If it has something to do with her story, or something, So lots of opportunities like that. Janie Becker, here's another one. This is just popping out of my head. I have no plan for any of this, but Janie every year is a volunteer at the Rose Bowl parade. There's a very good chance that I'm going to film her at the Rose Bowl parade this December, January, because that's way in time for my thing. She also does Light the Night, which is dear to our heart, because Natasha used to do that because she's a lymphoma survivor. Maybe we do that. That's what's on the table here,
And her big bag of recyclables.
Yes, there's a whole other thing. Yeah, watching her take those stupid little tabs off, like filming that. Like, you know what I mean? That's what this is. Seeing people doing what they do to make an impact in this world.
Making socks or shoes.
There you go.
Right?
Greg, put that on your calendar, the Rose Parade, because both Janie and I were both there. So was Luann. All three of us were at the Rose Parade this year. And we're going to be.
Were you at the parade or did you volunteer?
No, as a volunteer to decorate the float for One Legacy.
That's right. Yes. So there's another one. Yeah. These things are going to happen between October 2025 and June 2026. So it'll be ready for fall 2026. So start thinking of how you could, what you could do to be filmed. I would love to do it all in LA. And if you could do something in LA, like Gail did Hope for Empty Nesters at the Jill and Ron's Club. I would love if they did that there again, then I would film that, you know, because it's right in my backyard. Very exciting stuff.
I
Very
think that's
exciting.
doable.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Craig, James Barber, since he's an author in the book,
Yes.
he has a high probability of having access to a program where they document or they showcase documentaries. So
Yeah, no,
ask
James and
about
I
that. It's called
talk.
Documentary Showcase.
Yeah, we talk all the time. I haven't talked to him. He knows about the documentary, but that's another one. I haven't even asked him yet about any of that stuff. You know, all these things are coming down, baby, coming down. New house, where's that, Anissa?
It's in Hollywood. It's the original CBS studio where
wow.
I Love Lucy was recorded.
Wow.
It's
Well,
it's very cool.
Might want to talk to you about that. You know?
Yeah, they have some really they have some really great premieres there.
Oh, this is cool. I didn't see any of the chats because I had the screen up. Interview other nice having you on. Use LinkedIn articles. So Anissa's been talking about LinkedIn articles. Great opportunity. Newsletter is a key thing to do on LinkedIn. You know, there's another opportunity right there. All these great opportunities are out there. Now, your job is to take advantage of them. I can't make you. I can't make you do anything. I could suggest, I could tease you like you really want to do something to be an impactful person in this impact documentary. It's your job to take advantage of it. You know? Like I could, Bonnie Kitahata's on here. By the way, Bonnie, I spelt your name wrong in the list for the lunches. It was Litahata, so I apologize up front. But Bonnie, I would so go if she wants me to, if I'm allowed, to her place of work, watching her as a nurse, you know, and watching one of her nurses have a meltdown. If we could plan that, that would be great. Where Bonnie goes in and
Bonnie is a light. I gotta go, Craig. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Janie. HIPAA, Craig. Yes, you see that, Diane.
Let's film one of my nurses have a meltdown. That wouldn't be good for your documentary.
Come on, that would be exciting.
Oh no!
I am not taking blood from that man. I can't find a vein. You get it. I'm sick of these people that are dehydrated and don't have veins. You do it this time. Am I painting a correct picture here? No, I'm kidding.
No.
No, not at all. Oh, that's funny. All right. Are we done? Is our work here done? All right. I'm going to cut it because I don't want, well, it's an hour. I was hoping to do 45 minutes, but this is good. They can at least listen to the first 35 minutes and then go from there. Hi, Kate.
Hello.
How are you? Love the purple. That's my impact color too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
One of my brand colors.
I know. Yeah. All right. So I guess we're done. Our work here's done. So I'm going to put this up and I'll send it to everybody in the mastermind just in case. A lot of people said they couldn't come on live. Am I recording this one? Yes. I am not recording the September 9th one, which I haven't even put out yet. How to achieve rockstar status in your industry. That's for a LinkedIn thing that Anissa and I are doing, but I'm inviting everybody to it, but that will not be recorded on purpose. So anyway.
Will you send the last two mastermind calls?
Yep. I'm going to try to do that all right now while I'm in the mode.
Right.
While I'm there.
Yes. Thank
you. I just put the LinkedIn event that I created in your profile in the chat.
Look at this. Everyone go there and sign up.
When you look at it, Craig, when you look at it, I had to cut your face out. I'm so sorry. The LinkedIn event has to be a certain size.
No, totally fine. Totally fine. Let me see, RockStar webinar, and it goes to the Kartra webinar page. Register now. So right there, you should all sign up right now. Click that button. It goes right to the page, and then it goes right to something that says event link is right there. I set that up all by myself. I bought the website, therockstarwebinar.com, because I couldn't get Rockstar Webinar. So I listened to myself when I say get theyourname.com if you can't get your name. So I did that and I forwarded the Kartra link to that website on GoDaddy. And so easy to do. So easy to do. And then Anissa just put it up there and event link right there. Click on that, register for the event, and then you're in. But this
And what happens on LinkedIn is the more people, the reason I wanted to do it as a LinkedIn event is the more people that access it and sign up, LinkedIn will then start to push it and promote it.
Oh. Amen. Oh, someone just signed up. Let's see, who was it? Diane Kephart is the first one. All right, I'm going to cut this recording. I'm going to stop the recording now. All right, have a great day. You can stay on. Have a great day, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this webinar, how to leverage your impact book or any other book.